We live, we live. All right, what's going on YouTube? What's going on Twitter? This your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing my video, whether religiously or in passing. You already know, man. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, so you will be notified whether Hype Fan Eagle going live, which is me, or Hype Fan Jersey going live. You already know, man. Please hit that notification bell. Also, for my people on Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube page at Hype Fan Eagle One, and for my people on YouTube, subscribe to my Twitter page at Hype Eagle One. You already know. Jerz, you want to state your handles? You can state your handles.
Yeah, you can follow me. I'm coming from different platforms. That's where you can get me at. My Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
same old. Just
Same old, same
stay
old.
stay tuned.
Yeah. So today, man, tonight we going, pretty much Q&As and everything like that. There's not really much going on. Everybody know that training camp is less than a month away, July 25th, I believe. So until then, we just gonna wing it. You know what I mean? There's always stuff to talk about. So let's get into it, man. A couple of Q&As, coming from the Eagles Wire. 23 Eagles related questions for 2023. So we're gonna start off with the first one. Can Jalen Hurts win MVP? So what you think?
I mean, he definitely got everything. What's going on, Joe?
What's going on?
He definitely got everything set out for him to win it. He definitely is it's a good percentage that he could win MVP again, especially
Mm-hmm.
coming out on a good season. He came out from last season. So I would say yes, he could. He definitely could win another MVP. I believe in him. He got everything going for him in the offense. Like, yeah, that's it. He is all is him not doing well this season. What comes down to either injuries or
Mm-hmm.
him just not being focused, and that's what I don't see.
Yeah.
That you know how injuries could be. So, but I know pray to God that that doesn't happen this season. But other
Mm-hmm.
than that, the focus and going through it, I think I don't see him not being staying focused. I don't see him not like doing his game plan like how he was doing last season. I feel like he gonna become even more harder because now he got everything. He's comfortable. He's even more comfortable where he was last season. And
Yeah.
yeah, and then with the offense that we still have, and now he built more of a chemistry and experience with the offense that he has. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like yeah, he definitely could win MVP again.
Yeah, yeah. Same here, man. Like you said, if the injury bug hit him, then that's the only way I don't see him, uh,
Yeah,
being in an MVP discussion, I should say. But he got all the tools, he got all the weapons, like you said, man.
yeah,
He is focused. I don't see him being unfocused. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
He still got that. He still got that drive. A little bit off topic, but on topic at the same time. Jason Kelsey had a talk. He said he had a talk with Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts still beat himself up about the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he's still saying like, "Dang, I wish I could have this playback. I wish I could have that playback."
Yeah, yeah.
It was a source saying that, like, yo, Jalen Hurts is still in there working like a dog. I mean, working like a dog because of that Super Bowl. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him taking a step back. I can see him, I only see him taking a step forward. And like we said, he could definitely be in the MVP discussion going into this shit. You know what I mean? We got all the weapons, we got all the personnel. The only thing that will stop him is injury, or if him and the offensive coordinator not clicking together. Just little stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
I can see him in the discussion. Jalen Hurts is posed for greatness, and to become his own mark in the NFL. Yeah, he definitely is
yeah,
posed for greatness for sure. For sure, for sure. That's a fact. You know what I mean? He already making appearances everywhere, music videos. You know what I mean? He just got awarded, a BT award. You know what I'm saying? He
oh
got
yeah, yeah,
BTs for I think it's for sports player of the year or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah.
he's making his mark all around for sure. Second Q&A question. How will the running back battle shake out? For those who know, we signed DeAndre Swift, who is rumored to, have an extension on the table already. We signed Rashad Penny, in the beginning of the offseason. We got Kenneth Gainwell. We signed Boston Scott, and we also got Trey Sermon that they talked about a lot. You know what I mean? Well, his
Mm-hmm.
name has been emerging with the coaches. So
Yeah. Yeah.
how do I feel about the running back room? And you know, honestly, I feel like DeAndre Swift will get that first start, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
between him and Kenny Gainwell, honestly, I haven't really heard much about Rashad Penny as much as
Yeah.
I heard about DeAndre Swift or Kenny Gainwell. I don't know what Rashad Penny, is doing right now, but I feel
Yeah.
like back to the question, the battle. Honestly, I think DeAndre Swift will take that RB number one, and I think Rashad Penny will. Him and Rashad Penny, I mean him and Kenny Gainwell might alternate, a
Yeah.
lot. And I
Yeah.
think Rashad Penny will come in, that third down back or that goal line back, something like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like Boston Scott, I feel like he's just going to be playing everywhere. He could play a little bit of wide out, a little bit of slot, a little bit of kick
Yeah.
off, kick return, shit like that. What you think?
Nah, nah, I agree with you saying. I believe Swift is going to take that solidify that starting position just because of what he can do in on dynamic as how he run of being elusive and being
Mm-hmm.
quick and finding gaps and running and getting down the field and then also knowing how to get through tackles and he don't look like not sometimes it happens, but in a good amount of percentage, he doesn't look like a type of running back that get stopped by like just little
Yeah.
arms and tackles and get hold. He looked like he could squeeze through arms and like I always talking about we always talk about we need backs that could sometimes our linemen is not going to always do it. Sometimes our blockers is not going. Or you got games that might get out of the hand that our blockers might having a little tough time, and we
Yeah.
need that back. That okay, we don't. He could create his own lane. Like it's not really that much open, but it's a little hole open, but he could squeeze through it and power through it like a strong. He run harder, like so he's quick, he elusive, he runs hard, and I think that's what we need, like in
Yeah.
both sides. And he's good with catching balls on the other side of the field. Like you go out for a little dump pass, he's good with that. So being all around that, I
Mhm.
saw that. I feel like he gonna take that number one spot, and like you said, Kenny Gainwell coming off on that good playoff, he had a pretty good season too.
Yeah. Yeah.
He showed that he deserved the seed. So I like that rotation between him because Kenny Gainwell run hard a little hard too to an
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it's not much hard as Kenny Rashawn Penny and Swift, but it's there. But being quick
Mhm.
and elusive and having that, I feel like he's gonna be there. But I feel like it's gonna rotate him, Kenny Gainwell on the second position. I feel like it's gonna rotate between him and Penny. Like if Rashawn Penny stay healthy, I think those two gonna be rotating that much. I feel like Swift gonna be in more often, but when it
Mhm.
comes to certain plays of rotation, I feel like sometimes Kenny was being there, sometimes Gainwell, but like you said with Boston Scott, I feel like even though he's been there for a minute for the longest, there's no shout out for him, but it's just what we've been seeing this past season, and I feel like like you said, he's going to be used on
Mhm.
a lot of all around like punt returners or kick like we talk about kickoffs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this season, I don't know. I feel like certain games, especially the Giants game, you're gonna always see Boston Scott in the Giants game.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I feel like he's going to be used, but not as much those other three backs going on to the season. But Trey Sherman, he going to be used, but he not so much. Like you going
Yeah. Yeah.
cause Nick said he's going to try to see down some game plans and play. He like what he's seeing him for. So saying that he like what he's seeing him, I feel like he going to throw out Trey once in a while, but rarely I feel like he's going to say it. So that's how I
Yeah.
look how it's going to play it out.
Swift is going to be a big help for us in this offense. Penny needs to keep healthy, but if he gets hurt, Trey Sermon will take his job. I do agree. Honestly, I
Yeah.
kind of got Trey Sermon a little bit higher on the depth chart than Rashad Penny because I've been hearing Trey Sermon name way more than Rashad Penny, and it's only been, they probably said his name about 4 times, but that's 4 times
Yeah,
more than they
yeah,
did
yeah,
Rashad Penny, honestly. So
yeah,
I don't know what's going on with him right now. You know, like I said, it's the off season. You know, training camp don't start until July 25th. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we're here. You know, we're here some more. Third question: can AJ Brown top his 2022 season? That right there is hard because pretty much he hit an all time high across the board, yards, touchdowns, all that stuff. I don't know if he could top it, but at the same time, I do think that he will be efficient. You know what I mean? Especially like I said before in my other video, especially running the whole route tree. I think he will be
mhm,
efficient. So I don't know if he could top it, but I do think that he will have a great season for sure if the
yeah,
injury bug don't catch him.
yeah. I agree with that. I'm not 100% sure that he could top it. I could say that he could come close, but saying top it, nah, I don't. I'm not 100% sure that he's gonna top that. It's just because of the difference between last season and this season, the difference between the teams that we played from last season and teams that we play now. We the teams that we play, we're gonna be playing some this season. Like we got the I believe the number one hardest schedule. And
Mm-hmm.
like the teams that we play is gonna be they play hard. Like we got some teams that play hard and to him getting off what he got off, how he was especially example when he did with the Steelers game when he was just babying those backs and he was just catching the balls all over them.
Yeah,
I don't I see that he could do that this season, but I don't see a lot of it, just because of the teams that we're gonna be playing. But like you said, I feel like he definitely still gonna have a good season just because of the offense that we have. He gonna still have a good season, but topping his record, that's a little bit right now unsure at this moment.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
later down going out to see how everything's played out, then we can have a better answer. But as right now, only thing we got is we believe that he's still gonna have a good season.
That's a fact. Number four, what under the radar wide receiver will emerge? Honestly, I want to say Quez, but he kind of not under the radar. He just got to have a bounce back year. But that other guy, the one that we signed from the Falcons, one with the crazy name, I can't remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Omadas.
Omazudi, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah,
I feel like he's gonna emerge. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
he's gonna be like a very good piece. You know what I mean? Because they say he's quick, he's fast, and everything like that.
yeah.
I feel like he's gonna be a very good piece.
Zacchaeus, right? That's his name. Zacchaeus, something like
I
that.
don't know. I don't know.
Zacchaeus,
The K Umzadi, yeah,
Zacchaeus Olamadan, something like
pardon me
that.
if we got his name wrong. Yeah, but Ramadan. I don't know his name. It said AJ will have more last season if Jalen Hurts didn't miss 2 games because Gardner Minshew was garbage. Yeah, I believe that, but Gardner. I mean, AJ had a big game. One of them games when Gardner Minshew was in. I think it was
It was the first game. It was
yeah,
the
versus
first
the
game.
Cowboys. Versus the Cowboys. OZ. Yeah, that's his abbreviation. OZ for sure.
Mhm.
Um, go to the second. Go to the second joint. You can answer this first. Number 5. Can Dallas Goddard attain All Pro status?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like he attained. A lot of people feel like Dallas Goddard is really one of the underrated tight ends, like
Yeah,
that's been
he
doing it.
is.
Like
Yeah,
they don't speak enough about Goddard. Like I mean, you hear a little bit about him, but like with him going down with all these analysts and everybody, they speak about
George Kittle and
Kettle, Kelsey,
yeah,
what's another one they talked about? It was 3 guys.
they
They
talk
put three.
about Kittle, Kelsey. Who else was that other tight end? They talk about Darren Waller a lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Uh,
it was another guy. I just saw it too. It was when it come back in my eye, I said, but yeah, they put him like fourth place with a lot of other, but it was just basically on opinions of how people felt. Some people feel like he's third. Some people feel like he's fourth. They feel like some people feel like he's second, like under Kelsey. But Kittle, they don't feel like Kittle has been doing the same how he used to be.
That's a fact.
Um,
Yeah, yeah,
so that's why you got people put him over Kittle, and I kind of agree with that. But I forgot who the other guy. But yeah, he's very underrated. I feel like yes, he's always like when we had him in the game when he was out for that injury, and then when he came back in that first game,
mhm,
he was a little rusty. He still did his thing. He
yeah,
came in
yeah,
like he was never out. Like,
yeah,
I forget what game we played when he first came back in. I think it was the game that we lost. I think that was with Gardner Minshew when he came
yeah.
back in,
Gardner
right?
Mitchell. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah, and he actually helped Gardner Minshew out. I think it was the Cowboys game. He actually
yeah,
helped Gardner Minshew out because it was a lot of pads that Gardner Minshew was throwing up top, and and Dallas had to go up for it, and he grabbed it all out of here.
mhm.
He's very aggressive. He grabbed those balls. He doesn't get enough respect that I feel, and definitely he could
Yeah, for sure.
maintain
I
that.
do believe that he is definitely top five. If not number five,
Yeah,
he's definitely number four, number three for sure.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
like you said, I think people give him credit, but it ain't loud though. It ain't loud like a George Kittle or Jason Kelsey.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like underrated type of credit. You feel what
yeah,
I'm saying? So,
yeah,
number six is Jordan Mailata ready to become a Pro Bowler? I like Jordan Mailata a lot. You know what I mean? The thing is, he just got to be more consistent when it comes to his blocking because he got talent out this world. Everybody know that, but he
yeah.
got to be more consistent, especially down the stretch. Especially down the stretch. Um, that's all I got for that. So yes, he can become a Pro Bowler. He got the
Yeah,
capabilities and the
yeah.
ability to become a Pro Bowler. He just got to be more consistent down the
I
stretch.
I think I feel like he could get there because be honest, going on between the last season from last season, the season prior to last season, when because he been on the team for about like 3 years now, right? Three
Oh,
to
Joe
four.
Malata,
Yeah,
about a good five. I think.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
2000. No, honestly, I think 2000 and either 18 or 19 is when he came to the
Yeah,
Eagles.
yeah, yeah, yep. So the other years prior to last season that I have saw him play, he it was a lot that he was giving up. A lot of plays is like it was going on to every time he stepped in, it's like the defense knew like okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's play that side because of him. But going towards especially last season, it was a lot of stuff that he could have did better when it came to blocking the game. But I felt like he got way better. I felt like he stepped his game out. He still got growth. He still gotta get the consistency going. But I felt like he had been way better than when he first came on to the Eagles.
Yeah,
So I see growth and I see that that he's most likely probably working on his ethics and
it is
everything.
growth. It is growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like going on to this season, he even show even more. And yeah, I just feel like Tom, like I haven't seen anything that make him this guy, but I have seen what you're talking about. Oh yeah, he need to get his consistency working on.
For
So
sure. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Um, Number seven is Landon Dickinson a top five guard? Yes, when healthy, he is definitely a top five guard in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? My eyes.
yeah,
He's definitely a top five guard. It's probably other guards out there because honestly, I'm not familiar with a lot of other teams linemen like that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But
yeah,
ours for
yeah,
real. I could probably name like the Cowboys linemen or but lineman is just not one of them positions where I just
yeah,
study to
yeah,
know a
yeah.
lot of other people. You know what I mean? I know
Especially
Landon
that
Dickinson
guard
though.
position.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I know I know about Landon Dickinson though, and to me,
Yeah,
I don't know other line. Yes, he's top five. Like
yeah, yeah,
you feel?
yeah. I can't even answer that. I'm not 100% sure. Because like you said, when it comes to that position, really not really a talked about position as much. And
Mhm.
it's to a extent you hear people talk about it, but it's not like as you hearing to see who's doing what. But based on him, like he's yeah, he's good, but to know the top five, I'm not sure. I can't even answer that. But all I can say that I can see that he's this year that he could show a little bit more. I saw a little bit things that was off the field, but I saw stuff that was like, yo, this guy, he's there. He solidified his spot. He's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to see more. But
Mm-hmm.
so I see what I see in him, but other guards I can't compare because, like you said, we don't see it as much. So, but that's what I see with him.
Yeah. Is this Kelsey's final season? I believe so. I believe he finally hang up the cleats after this season. I felt like the success of us going to the Super Bowl and the potential of us potentially going back to the NFC Championship and to make another Super Bowl appearance. That's one of the reasons why he came back. But I feel like this is Jason Kelsey's final season, honestly. Honestly.
Yeah,
Landon Dickinson and Jordan got the best left sides in the NFC East, and they are going to grow stronger. And yeah, that's a fact.
yeah,
I do agree with
yeah.
you. So, do you think this is Jason Kelsey's final season?
I I would say yes, but like you always say, it's always is you'll never know. Like it's like the Tom Brady situation. One minute it says, oh, his final season. Next minute he have a different heart, but like, know what? Nah, I'm gonna come back. Especially depends on how the season play out. If we a lot of times players don't like to end off ugly. Sometimes they just like forget it. If it end off ugly, end off ugly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
A lot of time, I feel like players like to end off on a good note. I say if we come off strong and if we go back to the playoffs and we get back to the Super Bowl, I feel like that is definitely his last season because he gonna want to end it off like that.
yeah,
Um, if we have a season where we ain't really doing all well, which I doubt, but we have a season that we ain't really doing that, it's a it's a percentage that he might still be like, nah, I'm retiring, but it's a position that he might come back because a lot of time I see that players they don't like to retire on bad notes like that, you know. But
mm-hmm.
sometimes they just do it because you like know what it is, what it is. They think about their life and their personal issues, their personal stuff. But as for this moment, I feel like yes,
Yeah.
this is his last season.
Can Cam Jurgens reverse the stereotype on guards? So for those who don't know what's been going on, honestly, Cam Jurgens is now, trying the guard position. He was supposed to be Jason Kelsey's backup. You know what I mean? Actually, Jason Kelsey helped the Philadelphia Eagles draft him in the 2022 draft.
Yeah,
But right now we're trying him at guard and stuff like that. So can he reverse it? And I feel like this, right? I feel like with Cam Jurgens, I feel like he can definitely reverse the stereotype on guards and stuff like that because he goes to Stoutland University. You know what I'm saying? Like he got the help. You know what I mean? He got the help from previous guards. He got the help from a lot, and I feel like we are
yeah,
missing. I think we are missing that I think it was a left guard or something like that. I'm not sure, or it was something like that. I'm not sure, but I feel like he can fill in that spot. You know what I mean? He got a bunch of linemen to learn from. You know what I mean? And also he got Jeff Stoutland to learn from. So I feel like
yeah,
if somebody can do it in the whole NFL as of right now, I feel like Cam Jurgens can actually fill in that fill in that spot and become good. I don't know about successful, but I think that he would be. I think that he would be good for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Um. Is Lane Johnson human? I would say no, he's not human because this man hasn't given up a sack. You know what I'm saying? This man hasn't given. It say right here, Johnson hasn't given up a sack since week 11 of the 2020 campaign, and has given up 20 since his rookie season
Yeah,
back in 2013. So he only has given up 20 sacks since his rookie season in 2013, but hasn't
yeah,
given up
yeah.
a sack since week 11 in 2020.
That's
That's
that's good.
wild, son.
That
That's
is.
wild, son. That's the best tackle, bro. This is like
Yeah,
he's going to be in
that
the
is.
Hall of Fame early.
Yeah, he
He's
definitely.
going to be
Yeah,
in the Hall of
definitely.
Fame early. Um, What you think? You think he's human? Of course he's human, but his
Nah,
talent
nah, nah. Based on
alien like.
what they trying to say, like figure of speech and
Yeah,
metaphors,
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
you want
yeah,
to
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nah, this guy ain't human. Like
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, he's been doing it for a while. Everybody know about him, man. When he's out, they could tell when he's out
Yeah,
because on that same side he protect the quarterback. Uh, we see guys coming in like
hmm,
and like you see people they and a lot of these defense and a lot of these defensive coordinators and defense coaches and everything they knows about him, they know it. So when he out they put their best guy on that end, like
yeah,
they
yeah,
they
yeah.
they 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 know about him.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
when he's out, you know when he's out, when he's in, and you know when he's in.
Yeah,
So like being like that, he's definitely if he's not gonna be a talker going to his priority years, he's not gonna be talking about the Hall of Fame or anything. If his name not gonna be talked, then that's crazy because this guy
yeah.
been doing it. Yeah,
He's a beast. He's definitely a beast. He's
yeah,
definitely a beast for sure. This is a good question. Can Derek Barnett finally break out? Now, a lot of people forgot about Barnett. The
yeah,
thing with Barnett is that we never question his talent. It's the
yeah.
fact that can you stop doing the dumb things that you doing on the field in the time of need in a moment that
Me,
you should
yeah,
be doing it.
yeah, yeah,
Like you cannot like he has the talent, but stupid penalties cost us a lot of games.
yeah, yeah,
So can he finally have a breakout? I believe that if he's 100% healthy, I believe that he's going to be a very good rotational piece for us. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
yeah.
don't know as far as breakout, but I do believe that he can offer a lot,
A lot more. Yeah,
especially that good rotational piece. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got faith in Derek Barnett to have a good season going into next season. I don't know about breakout, but a good season for sure.
Yeah, yeah, nah, I feel you. He going toward this season. I don't know about the breakout, but I could see that he could definitely have potential of doing more and get cleaning up a lot of those mistakes and just getting his head in the game and continuing his head to stay in the game and focus. But breakout, like I said, it's hard because of the guys that we already have.
Yeah.
It's that I feel like it's more competition on this defense side than anything else. Like,
Than anything
like
else, yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
it's
That's
anything else.
100%.
These guys, like especially on the defensive line, yeah, they definitely have to show
Yeah.
they who they go. Now it's gonna be. I feel like going towards next season, it's probably gonna
Mhm.
be more easier. That's when he's probably gonna be able to break out because I feel like it's gonna be some
That's
guys
if
that's
we
not gonna
keep them
come
though.
back,
As if we
huh?
keep them. As if we
If
keep. Well,
if we keep
what
him.
you said going into this 2023 season
No, no,
or
no, 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 no.
2024
Uh, 24 to
next year.
25.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's if we keep them around that time.
If
Yeah,
we keep on around that time, I see that he might have a breakout because I
yeah.
don't see we're gonna have the same guys anymore. I'm not sure if Brandon Graham's, all these other guys that's still been that been doing it for a minute is gonna be back.
Hmm.
So he might be able to fill in spots and be able to start. He might be able to have that chance to show the start because just because guys leave doesn't mean he's gonna start because we might go out and get somebody else that's a good starter and he still
Yeah,
depends on what he's due this season. If he
yeah,
doesn't show nothing this season, then that's what's gonna happen. But to answer the question, I don't know about breakout, but I do see that he could do a little. He got the potential to do more.
yeah, yeah. That's a fact. I do agree with you on that. He do got
Oh,
the potential to do more. We just got to see, how the cards pretty much
yeah,
play out, especially coming off an ACL injury.
yeah,
Um, can Brandon Graham be even better in 2023? 2022 season was like an anomaly for him for real. Just coming off an injury, getting all of those sacks. I think he had like 11 sacks or something like that. Um, I
yeah,
don't know if it's going to be better because we got a lot of different defensive pieces, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see if our defense, like you
yeah,
said, I feel like our defense, I agree with what you said. I feel like our defense is just so much competition. We got to
yeah,
see who is going to stick. We got to see who is going to be good. We got a new defensive coordinator. We got like 8, 9, 10 new defensive pieces. So we just got to figure it
yeah,
out. But I do think that he will be a staple in the defense. You know what I mean? As far as that veteran leadership, I do think that he will apply pressure, but I don't know if he's going to have a better season
Yeah,
in
yeah,
2023, to be honest.
yeah,
BG and Fletch are done after this year because that's one of the reasons why they brought back the pieces. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why they brought the pieces in the
yeah,
draft.
yeah,
Yeah. No, that's a
yeah,
fact. Fact.
yeah, yeah.
That's a fact.
But nah, yeah. When it comes to the BG, I feel like it's a lot. I'm gonna ask the question off of that question. Like, it's a lot of things that been going on. How people feel between BG and Sweat. I don't know if you've been hearing that. When John Sweat and BG, a lot of people feel like Sweat is more better, but BG is he's been in the game starting, and they use Sweats in the rotation and everything. But they feel like Sweats get more off more than BG. They feel like Visa no, they feel like BG get off more Sweat because Sweat comes in when people is tired and everything, so he's getting more sack. I heard
Yeah.
a lot of that so he gets more sack than Sweat just because of that certain reason. So I hear like who's better to start than between BG and Sweat, and when it comes to in that rotation wise. So it's hard because I like BG, but I understand where people coming from Sweat. Um, so I feel like he could have it, but I don't know because going to this year, I feel like BG has always been good, but I haven't seen how he used to be. That's
Yeah.
how I feel.
Yeah.
That last season was good. He was pretty good, but I feel like he was, especially when we won the Super Bowl that year, 2017. He was like all over the field, like
Yeah. I got an
he was.
answer for that.
Yeah.
Because just real quick, because I want you to continue.
No, you good.
That's because he was a full-time starter. Now the fact that I feel like BG coming off the bench is the best thing for him right now because it
Yeah,
keeps him refreshed. You know what I'm saying? He
yeah,
don't have to go
yeah,
out there and be a full-time starter, which made him get 11 sacks last year because he was a rotational piece. So he was
yeah,
always
yeah.
fresh. I feel like I don't know if he's going to have that same type of season, but being the fact that he can come off the bench and continue to be that rotational piece, and you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I
But
think
that, but that's reason why. That's the reason why. What I'm saying of that's
yeah,
the talk. They feel like only reason why he are getting that is because when he come off, teams is already tired,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they feel like people feel like BG gets more respect than more than Sweat when Sweat is actually in it more than often than BG.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
and
yeah,
reason why it's happening more than Sweat is because they feel like he come in the game when everything has already been set in form for him.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
when Sweat gets those sacks and when Sweat get in, he getting it from pure no pure strength. Like he coming in when these guys is not tired yet. Like he putting more effort basically. So
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
when he's getting sacks and he's coming in, he's getting pressure. He actually have to do more than what BG is doing.
Yeah,
That's the talk. Now I'm not saying that I fully agree, but I do understand what they saying. But that's the thing when it comes to BG and it comes to the situation I've been hearing about BG Sweat and
and Sweat,
everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So basically I see that he's good, and I feel like he have a good season, but feel like he's coming off the bench. Is he's gonna do good, but actually, like I don't know going to this season. If you're talking about this season, I don't know if it's gonna be he gonna have the same type of with the same type of momentum and same type of thing that's going on. Because I
yeah.
feel like how everything gonna rotate. I don't know if it's gonna be the same way. But
He bet he look. I mean, oh no, I was reading the next question. I was answering it.
no, you good.
Yeah,
No, you
go
good.
ahead, go ahead. You can finish. My bad.
No, I'm finished. I'm finished. I was just saying that I don't
Yeah,
know. It depends because of how this rotation is moving. I don't
yeah.
know if he gonna be in it the same way like he was going to his last season.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a good season going into. I mean, BG is a dog. Like he's a
Yeah,
dog. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
My answer to that whole Sweat and BG thing was, BG a little older, so
yeah,
Sweat is younger, so he got more reps. He is started. He younger. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
BG a little older, so BG can't be out there 100% of the snaps. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's good to keep BG as a rotational piece because that's what we need him for. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So
We
do
need
you
that.
maybe real quick and you continue. So
Mhm.
do you feel like, let's put it in this way. Do you feel like, let's just say BG start and Sweat come in? Do you feel like Sweat will have more sacks than BG had
Hell
coming in
yeah,
on the
yes,
team?
yes, 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 yes.
All
Because
right.
Sweat right now is either entering his prime. Yeah, I think Sweat is entering his prime right now. Let's like, you know what I mean. Sweat wasn't always a starter. Sweat just
Yeah,
started, playing full time. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Showing the
yeah,
signs
yeah,
going to make this defense a beast of the East. Yeah, that's a fact. We just got to see, man, because like I said before, man, on paper we look like dogs, but in real life, like when you start looking at it, we got a lot of new pieces. We got a lot of new pieces. So I feel like the first 5 weeks is when we're going to try to find out our identity on the defensive side. We're not gonna know, you know what I mean? We're not gonna know because we just got too
yeah,
many new pieces. We got two new safeties. You got a Reed. Just real quick, you got a Reed Blankenship who hasn't played a full year. You got a Terrell Edmonds. This is first year coming over here. We got two new linebackers.
yeah,
Kobe Dean
yeah,
going to be a first full time starter. Then you got the other linebacker who's coming over from Chicago, and then you got your veteran corners and stuff like that. But then you got look at the offensive line. You got Jordan Davis who's going to be a full time starter. Like I would hold. I
yeah,
mean, my bad defensive line. Everybody's just new, even with the defensive coordinator. So I say from week 1 to week 5 is when we're going to try to find our identity as far as a defense. Anything after that, we're going to see who we really are, defensively and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
Um. Okay, so it says, can Jordan Davis basically have a breakout year? Um. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's still, the question mark's still out on Jordan Davis. You know what I mean? I heard some good things going into OTAs. He got slimmer. He's very determined because we drafted Jalen Carter and everything like that. So I heard some things, but that's only OTAs. That's not a full training camp. So it's a question mark still out on him. We just gotta see. You know what I mean? We just gotta see for real, for real. What you think?
Um, not I was no answer. Repeat that question again. My bad.
Can Jordan Davis basically have a breakout season?
Oh, yeah. I feel like he can. I feel like he having a breakout season. A lot of especially with different with how our defense is looking, the type of pieces that we have. I feel
Yeah,
like in what we are dialing in on that side of the defense of the plays that we came and picked up, I feel like it's going to help. It's going to help a lot when it comes to that. I feel like a lot of players on that defense is going to do well just because of what's going to open up for them.
yeah,
Going for the defense alignment rotation and everything. So I feel like the defense definitely is going to have. Yes, we getting these players that's coming like the Georgia boys that coming in that's inexperienced yet, but for that note, I feel like it's going to give him more of what I say, more of a position to actually push harder and do more because of guys is stepping in, and a lot of these new guys, he have to show, he have to be a leader, he have to come in, he have to do more and
mhm,
push more. Like I feel like, yeah, I just say that I feel like he would. I feel like he would just because of what we have, the pieces that we have on this defense side, and
yeah,
just how the rotations is gonna be looking.
yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Jordan Davis is going to be the man from learning from last year. I can see that too. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's still a question mark on him because I haven't seen enough, especially coming from last year, because we all had this major
Yeah,
expectation
yeah,
that he
yeah.
didn't, he didn't really fulfill. But we'll
Phil,
see
yeah,
though.
yeah,
We'll see though. I
yeah,
do believe his upside is definitely up there though. But
yeah, yeah,
can Janoris Robinson be a rotational piece? I don't really know too much about Janoris Robinson. I know that he was with us last year on the practice squad, but I don't really know too much about him. So
yeah,
we're gonna skip
yeah,
him. Will Fletcher Cox be a starter in 2023? I do think he'll be a starter.
yeah,
For majority of the season. Um, I think he could. I think he'll still be a starter. You know what I mean? But I don't think he will. I think he'll be a starter, but at the same time, I do think that he will be rotating in and out. You know what I mean? Just a lot.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
This said, with Philadelphia looking to get the most out of Cox in the rotation, I said we'll assume the role of Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. So You know, I guess that'll be the rotation. Him, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, stuff like that. I do think, like
Yeah,
I said, he'd come out as it started, but I think that the other guys would, they will all just be running
yeah, yep, yep, yep.
the whole thing. Can Nolan Smith become the ultimate hybrid? I'm very high on Nolan Smith. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think his ceiling is so high because just the stories I'm hearing about this young man, the work that he's putting in. He's been going to what's the guy from Buffalo? He played for Buffalo now. Uh, uh um that linebacker. He played for the Rams and then he went to Buffalo.
you talking
Joe
about,
Ennis. You know who I'm talking about. That linebacker. Noah Smith had went to his camp a couple of weeks ago.
I remember we was talking about it.
Oh man, how can I? Oh, I got his face in my head right now. I just can't I just can't think of his name right now. Von Miller. Yeah, I went to
Okay, okay.
training camp. You know what I mean, for linebackers. He was working out with Hassan Reddick and stuff. Honestly, yo, my expectations for Nolan Smith is out the roof. Like I
Yeah,
know it's going to be a learning curve, but I think he's gonna be that dog, man. I think he's gonna be that
yeah.
dog for real. How you feel about him, yo? I think he's gonna
Nah,
be that dog.
I was talking about him the last video I was sending that I had made. I feel like he is. I can't out of everybody on the defense side, that's the person that I'm really trying to see what he's gonna do going
Yeah,
for, because I feel like especially when it comes to this preseason, I know they're gonna show him, give him reps and put him in to see what. That's why that's to be honest, that's really one reason why I can't wait for preseason. I've never been more excited for preseason
me
ever
too, bro.
than
I'm not gonna lie, me
than
too,
this
bro.
year. Like it's because I know preseason is not like regular season, but it would give us some ideas of what these players is have and what potential that they got. And I can't wait to see him on the equipment on and see what he gonna do, because I really have high expectation, high hopes, and because you know what I feel about, I always been feeling about that position that he's gonna be playing with edge rusher, linebacker, and I feel like I really felt like that's what we really need, is somebody to somebody could solidify that position. And if he could do that, man, I'm gonna be really happy for us. Like it's just gonna be
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
feeling. Like, so I'm out of everybody. He's on that defense side. He's really the number one that I'm looking at. Like I'm sorry
yeah.
to put
Me
him on the
too, me
spotlight,
too.
but he on the spotlight for me. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah. He got. I'm not. I'm serious. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Can
Yeah,
Hassan Reddick tap into another level? This was a big question going into OTAs and stuff like that. He even talked about it. He said, "Yo, it's another level that I could tap into," and I believe him. I believe him. Like
yeah,
he's still mad at the fact that they snubbed him for what was it? Defensive player of the year or first team all. It was one of those
yeah,
when they snubbed him and they put Michael Parsons in there. And it's like, yo, he had an attitude going into the Super Bowl. Like, yo, y'all really played me. That's why he treated Brock Purdy like that. That's why he treated
yeah,
all those 49ers quarterbacks like that, because he was disappointed. He was disgusted at, what they wasn't talking about him enough. They didn't
yeah,
have him in the top five, none of that. So
yeah,
he said, yo, it's another level I can tap into. And I believe him. How you feel?
yeah.
Pardon me.
Um, yes, I would say yes, and I say we no. Reason why I would say yes, I say no, because
No?
I would say that. Listen, like reason why I'm saying I say yes is because he had, like you say, he had that dog in him. Like this guy, every from doing it for multiple years, is just is good. It's good. Like, having double digit stacks multiple years and coming in and doing his thing, like that what he did last season was phenomenal.
Yeah.
What he did with the team. And reason why I would say no is, can he top that? I feel like sometimes you set the bar high for yourself. Like sometimes you do. You
Right.
could you ever beat a game and you beat the high, you set a high score in the game, and then
Yeah.
you try to beat your own high score, and you be like, dang, like, how did I do this last time?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you
I've done
know,
that. I've done that before.
yeah, like it's he. I feel like he set the from last season. That was just too phenomenal for him. Like to set that bar, and then the type of teams that we playing now, I feel like it's gonna be different because now they're gonna be ready for him. They see what he do. They're gonna be ready for him. Not saying that it's not nothing. I'm strictly talking about his stats and what he's putting up.
Hmm.
Not talking about his game plan and his effort and everything that he's do. I feel like he's still gonna have another phenomenal season. I feel like he's still gonna do his thing. I feel like he still is a dog, and I feel like he is. But to do what he did last season is, I don't know if he. I mean, he could get there, but to
Yeah,
repeat
but
it,
this the thing though. It's consistent with him because
yeah,
he had
yeah,
seasons
yeah,
like this on other teams. When you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
So that's the thing that I look at when I see how Sam
yeah,
Reddick is. It's not just a one time thing or a second time. No, he done it
yeah,
3 or 4 times before with
yeah,
different
yeah.
teams. So I do believe it's another level that he can tap into because
No,
he
I know that's why I say yeah. I say yes. He had it is another level. He could. I feel like he could step into it, but I only reason why I say no because I feel like he could step into that level, but is it going is teams going to allow him to, like, that's the whole thing. Like I feel like when it comes to, I'm just speaking talking about records, I'm just speaking talking about stats, and I'm just speaking talking about based on comparing to last season into after last season. That's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Now him being good consistency, I'm gonna say yes all the way around the board. Him
Mhm.
having double digit stats all around the board, from this season going to next season to private season, I'm gonna just
Yeah,
say strictly yes. I feel like he could do it. He could
yeah.
have those double digit sacks continue. I see that in Hassan Reddick. But saying it's another level to it prior from last year, if he could go behind what he did last season, my yo,
I can see
this
what
this
you're saying. Like, yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
yo,
yeah,
if
yeah,
he
yeah,
could go
yeah, yeah,
behind that
yeah,
again, if he do the
yeah.
same thing again what
Again,
he did last
but
season,
more to it, then yeah,
yo,
I get what you're
yo,
saying.
I
I get
yo,
what you're saying.
he should be already be in the Hall of Fame for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
to put
I
stuff
get
like
what
that.
you're saying.
So that's
I get
basically
it.
what I'm saying. Like
I
he
get
said,
that. When you broke it down like that, okay, I get it. I agree. I agree. I could agree. One
yeah,
thousand percent.
yeah,
I say Hassan Reddick has been tearing it up in his training this offseason, and he is going to perform at the highest level. Having Nolan Smith on one side and Hassan Reddick on the other is going to be like a wrecking ball and meeting in the middle.
yeah,
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 yeah. Like I said, somebody is going to open up for somebody. Somebody is,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's just how
yeah.
it's going to go. Um. Okay. Can the Kobe Dean recreate the magic from Georgia? Um he got high potential. You know what I mean? He got high potential. So, I'm looking forward to see what N'Kobe Dean do. He got that green dot now, so everything is a go for him. Um, I'm looking forward to it, man. I like N'Kobe Dean. One of his critiques coming out of college was the fact that he was too small, but we saw how he handled the Tennessee Titans game when he tackled Derrick Henry with one arm. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he was blowing things up. So um I got high hopes for N'Kobe Dean, especially this is going to be his first year being a full-time starter at the linebacker position. Um
Yeah, yeah.
will Slay and Bradbury be dominant again? What you think?
I feel like yes. I feel like they could. I feel like them two. Um, I feel like yeah, like Brad Slay, you already know what he's about. Big play
Mm-hmm.
Slay, you already know what he's about. Bradbury, you know what he done. I just feel like you haven't seen special with Bradbury. I was upset what he did with the Super Bowl. That's the only thing that made me, and I was like, oh, and I wanted what's the guy that we had? CJ Gardner.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I wanted CJ Gardner more than Bradbury, but I never doubted what Bradbury had. Like I saw a lot that he did last season, and I feel like we haven't seen enough. I
yeah,
feel like, but when I say I see enough, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that is I feel like it's more to him. Like I feel like he is more that we didn't see, and with the pieces that we got now on that defense, I feel like it's just gonna open up for our corners. Like I feel like
yeah,
it just you is gonna open up for him. And I feel like this season, I feel like you're gonna see more when it comes to our corners this season. That's how I feel. I'm not I'm not really sure where they're going with the safeties, but with the corners, I feel like they this season you're gonna we see more than them in those two.
Yeah, I feel like with our corners now, I feel like they will try our cornerbacks more because we don't know how our safeties is for real. So they're
Yeah,
gonna try our corners because we ain't really. I mean, on paper, it look like we got safeties, but we don't know for real. So
yeah.
I feel like them two will have way more of an opportunity to actually prove that they are the best duo
That's what
in that
that yeah,
situation.
yeah. That's
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
coming
saying?
from. Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
cause
yeah.
giving them more opportunity is giving them
More,
more
yeah, yeah,
reason
yeah,
to snap. And I feel like for that reason, teams is probably going to try it,
yeah,
but then they gonna see, oh, these guys, it's still these guys because
yeah,
we if we get impressions, if we get the linemen that we have now. I feel like it's gonna continue that pressure. Like, and we came out and got more guys. If the pieces that we picked up on our defense side, if Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, the Comey Dean, and all these players that we have,
your
on the
camera's shaking a
defense.
little bit.
Oh, because I'm
Yeah,
moving. My
yeah,
bad. All these pieces that we got, if they actually come in and they do their job of pass rushing and getting to the quarterback and they
hmm
continue that, and you putting pressure on the quarterback, and the quarterback is still trying to pass it towards what our corners. I feel like it's just gonna make our corners to still get these interceptions, stops. It's because of the pressure. They're gonna try our corners, but because of the pressure, it's
hmm
just it's gonna be the same thing how it was last year. And I feel like it's going to be worse because of the pieces that we got different.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping the pressure is there for real. Like because
that's all it takes. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah, because we need that, especially for some safeties that we
yeah,
don't know. They still got to get like they still got to be proven and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They still got to be
yeah,
proven. So
yeah,
I hope
yeah.
that pressure is very, very, very legit. I'm glad that you brought that up. Is Terrell Edmonds an upgrade over C.J. Gardner Johnson? No, I do not think so. He is not an upgrade over C.J. Gardner Johnson. But what I will say is that he can play. He can be a better box safety than C.J. Gardner Johnson is. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, yeah,
that's his role. He's like if you playing a nickel and you playing two linebackers, he's like your third linebacker. If you playing the 4-3, you playing three linebackers, he's like your fourth linebacker for real because he's
yeah,
basically a strong safety at the end of the day. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
do think that he could play in the box better than CJ Gardner, but CJ Gardner could just cover all over the field. He could cover all boards and stuff like that. He could come up,
yeah,
he could go
yeah.
back, the ball hawk, everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that he's an upgrade over CJ.
Yeah, yeah. It said, Joe said Bradbury got picked on for a light touch and it did not really disrupt the play and the call was Bulls. Like, yeah, I felt like it was Bull, but I still felt like he should not even touched him, knowing how serious that down was. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel what you're saying. I feel exactly what you're saying. Yeah, but we just gonna have to see. We'll know when everything play out on beginning of the regular season to see how everything gonna do if he gonna fill in that spot like that. But I do for sure it's not like C.J. Gardner Johnson. Like, but
yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, but what he gonna do if he gonna be close to it or whatever? I just need to see at least. I gotta see. I have to see. That's
yeah.
on it.
This one right here is pretty much the last question. It's probably a question for me. I don't know if you know a little bit about Greedy Williams, but I do because he played for LSU. It said, can Greedy Williams regain his LSU form? Greedy Williams was never bad. It was the fact that he was injured a lot. You know what I mean? He was injured a lot. He had high expectations when he got drafted by the Browns. You know what I mean? But injuries pretty much, he was on and off the field, so you never really saw a full Greedy Williams. I forgot that we had him. That's also like a great depth piece as well. I do think that he will be a good piece for us. I don't know if he's going to go back to his LSU form. A lot of guys they be so good in college, but when they come to the NFL, they just be
Yeah,
regular good pieces.
yeah,
They don't really be how they are, in college and stuff like that. So I do think that this is a good piece if he can stay healthy, but I'm not sure if he could go back to that LSU form, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah, so that closed out all the Q&A questions and answers right there. You know what I mean? Joe, thank you for being, on this live stream through and through, man. We appreciate you today, man. We appreciate everybody who's watching, in the future, tomorrow,
Yeah.
days after, make sure y'all like, subscribe, because a lot of times we don't put content on Twitter. It'll just be for YouTube. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and please leave your comments down below. You welcome, man. We appreciate you, yo. We about to get up out of here, man. You already know. Thank you, Hype Fan Jers. You know what I
You
mean?
already know.
Talk right here. Please stay tuned. And listen, we can't wait for training camp in the season so that way we can really
Yeah. Yeah.
talk for real. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You already know, man. It's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles, by the way, New Jersey. That's Hype Fan Jers, and we are out, man. Gang.
Bird game.